Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go into the deep freeze in certain parts of the country. And some of us have already experienced this. I know we did, and it was on the blood moon. It had went down to 9 degrees that night. It was bitter cold. On top of that, the winds were extremely strong. Well, we are about to get a dose of this once again. Now, for the Great Lakes, it will start on Tuesday. If you are in the Northeast, it will start on Wednesday. I looked at the temperature on Wednesday. We are going down to 6 degrees Wednesday night. This is no joke. And for those of you that don't know what a polar vortex is, it is a pocket of extremely cold air that pushes down from Antarctica into Canada and into the US. And it's no joke. The sad part is we're going to be experiencing this for weeks to come. Now, according to the weather that I'm looking at, this is going to last from Wednesday on for 5 days. 5 days of bitter cold. So get those heaters fired up and bundle up and be prepared. And those of you that go out for work, bundle up and try to keep your body parts, um, you don't want to expose a lot of your body parts to this extreme cold air. That's when you can get frostbite. All right, so this came out in the Washington Post, January 26, 2019. Polar vortex intrusion, dangerous and brutal, cold aimed at Great Lakes by Tuesday. So this thing is no joke. And you can see the area right here in purple. That's where you're going to see the extreme cold. The most severe outbreak of frigid Arctic air in years is set to surge over the upper Midwest and Great Lakes by the middle of next week. And that's this week right now. A large lobe of the polar vortex, the zone of frigid air winding around the North Pole, is breaking off, and temperatures will plunge as much as 40 degrees below normal close to its core. Some of this teeth chattering cold will spill into the mid Atlantic and Northeast as well, but it won't be quite as extreme. The hardest hit zone will span from Minnesota and Iowa through Michigan, including Minneapolis, Des Moines, Green Bay, Milwaukee, Madison, Chicago, Indianapolis, and Detroit. There's no mild way of saying it. Brutal cold is coming. The National Weather Service office serving Chicago tweeted, it is predicting air temperatures close to, listen to this, y'all, minus 20 and wind chills of minus 40 Wednesday morning. Woo! Right after the blood moon. And this polar vortex actually started on the blood moon in the Northeast. And you can see it's coming back again, even more brutal. Like I said, it's the wind that really makes it almost impossible to be outside for a long period of time. So you can see the tweet right here from the National Weather Service, Chicago. There's no mild way of saying it. Brutal cold is coming. While forecasts specific will be further refined, the frigid cold with wind will provide very low wind chills. It's forecast as the prolonged coldest in at least 5 years, but potentially much longer. So once this polar vortex broke across the US, it's now we're going to be in this for weeks to come, y'all. It's not going away anytime soon. There's an outside chance low temperatures in the Windy City touch minus 20 on consecutive days, Wednesday and Thursday, which has happened only 4 other times in recorded history. The Weather Service office serving Chicago is predicting temperatures will remain below zero for 60 consecutive hours from Tuesday afternoon through Thursday. Only 8 times since 1872 has Chicago recorded sub-zero highs on at least 2 consecutive days. The most recent being early February 1996, it said. Wow, I never seen so many minuses on a map. Oh man, that's cold. Wow, they're not lying. It's like minus 33 in some areas. Oh my. Woo. Milwaukee and Madison also face bone chilling cold. In its forecast discussion for the region, the Weather Service wrote that the danger of the predicted temperatures can't be overstated, noting that they will be 30 to 40 degrees below normal for January. That's incredible, it said. They're not lying about that. Minus 40, minus 41, minus 42. Woo! This is crazy. In Green Bay, the Weather Service is warning of dangerous cold with wind chills dropping to minus 35 to minus 50. Oh, minus 50? Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, that's crazy. You know, anytime it drops into these temperatures, I know what they try to do in advance is get the homeless people off of the streets. Because if you don't get them off of the streets when these polar vortexes move in, they will freeze to death out there. They won't make it. And it's very hard getting them into shelter because many of them don't like going into the shelters for homeless people because a lot of people get beaten, robbed, and even killed in those shelters. And so, because of that, many of these homeless people feel safer on the streets than they do in those shelters. And it's a shame. They're not monitored at all. You know, it's not like they got a guard at the shelter. They don't. You know, it's very dangerous the way they have it set up in this country for these people. The low temperature in Minneapolis may fall to near minus 25 Wednesday and Thursday morning, while wind chills could plummet to minus 50. There's no sugarcoating it. The weather will get extremely cold, tweeted the Weather Service office serving the Twin Cities. Parts of northern Minnesota may see air temperatures below minus 30 and wind chills of minus 55 to minus 60. Minus 6. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's going to be some fatalities from this. I can tell y'all already. You know, just like you get fatalities in extreme heat, you get it in extreme cold as well. Wind chills may plunge to minus 30 around Detroit on Wednesday and Thursday morning. And frostbite and hypothermia may become serious concerns, the Weather Service serving the Motor City tweeted. And that's true. That's true. You know, that those temperatures are even too dangerous for kids to even walk to school. You can't send your kids out in that. It's too dangerous. The cold wave, which should begin to wane Friday into the weekend. It is likely to set numerous records. Many locations are predicted to challenge their coldest, highest temperatures for January 30th on Wednesday, and a number of record lows may be set Wednesday and Thursday morning. The entirety of Minnesota and Wisconsin and much of northern Illinois is expected to remain below zero for all of Wednesday. This is a bona fide Arctic air mass, tweeted Sam Lilo, a meteorology researcher at the University of Oklahoma, noting temperatures at high altitudes may rival the coldest ever recorded in the contiguous United States. And you're right. I didn't even think about people that live high up on mountains. You think it's cold. It's going to really be incredibly cold in those high areas. Some of the cold from this Arctic blast will reach the mid-Atlantic and Northeast, but its intensity is likely to ease as it nears the coast, with more extreme conditions in the interior. So the more inland you are, the colder it will be. That's what they're saying. Temperatures may fall 10 to 25 degrees below normal Wednesday through Friday, but probably won't be record breaking. I tell you what, I'm going to try to stay as warm as possible. And that's the advice I'm giving all of you. This is crazy and it can be dangerous. And this weather can also be deadly, especially if you're not used to it. You can't be outside for long periods of time in this. I mean, look, as badly as I wanted to see the blood moon, I had to keep coming in because the winds were unbearable that night. But I went out there and looked at it as much as I could, but it was very difficult to be outside. So here we go again, once again, and it certainly won't be the last time, being that they're predicting this polar vortex will keep showing up, y'all, for weeks to come. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.